All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SLG Meetup. Your host Alvaro Nunez for another interesting episode. Today is going to be very exciting because we have with us the one and only Shelby Bay. She's a successful luxury real estate agent and influencer from Los Angeles. She's currently working with Tracy Tudor, one of the best real estate brokers in the country, out of $1 Million Listing, and Douglas Elliman. There she is. What's happening, Shelby?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. What about you?
Good. Good to finally meet face to face.
Right, and your voice is back.
I know. Yeah, for everybody watching, we had to reschedule last week because I was sick and I literally could not. You couldn't understand a word I was saying. So
yeah, well, that wouldn't help, right, for this type of episode right here. But no, I'm very happy that it's working and that you're back into action. So you're in LA, and I was just making that quick intro about yourself because I love that you are not just real estate, not just influencer. You're both. You're a real estate influencer.
And that's kind of what you gotta do nowadays. I feel like, right? Why not?
Mm-hmm. You're selling a lifestyle, and you need to sell yourself as well. And you sell through what you live, what you do. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Shelby. I mean, for those that don't know you, probably they'll go to your Instagram. It's like, okay, very good-looking woman. She's also into real estate. But what is really going on in your life?
Yeah, so I am 26. I'm from Michigan originally. Finished high school. I moved out to Vegas and I studied hospitality at UNLV. Came out to LA where I started modeling and got into the whole influencer kind of space. Kind of just fell into it. It wasn't anything where I set out and was like, I'm gonna like gain all these followers and be this big influencer. I was lucky. It just kind of started happening. And then, yeah, I started doing real estate a little over a year ago. So right in the midst of all this craziness and COVID and all of that.
Why real estate?
So growing up, my mom actually did it. And it was just always something that I was interested in. I always loved watching the shows. It always just like sparked something in me that I thought was cool. Moving to LA, I just had such a network of people that I was gaining through modeling and obviously like going out. I was just meeting like all these obviously like wealthy, cool people. And I was like, what is something that I could do to transition from, you know, just this like modeling space into like a career? I always knew I wasn't going to, you know, make modeling my like end all be all thing. So real estate kind of just made sense. I met Tracy in Mexico.
Nice.
And yeah, we kind of talked about it. I got my license and then it's all been uphill from there.
Well, I mean, you could not have started in a better way than by working with Tracy.
Yeah, I'm really blessed.
For those watching and listening, Tracy Tudor is one of the most successful real estate agents in the country, and she's also featuring $1 Million Listing and working at Douglas Elliman, which for yourself, I'm sure it's been a great journey learning from someone like her.
Yeah, that was something when I started doing it, I knew automatically that I wanted to be on a team and that I wanted a mentor. I knew I had a lot to learn. And Tracy was really one of the only women that I actually was lucky enough to know personally, but like that I, you know, saw on the show, everything else where I was like, I want to be like this woman. So, yeah, I'm lucky I get to kind of like study underneath her and it's been really fun. She's also just like such a good person and we have a lot of fun together. So yeah.
You come from a modeling background. You've been able to grow your personal account by doing amazing things in that modeling industry. But how do you, transition? How do you combine both worlds?
That's the tricky part, especially for me. Just to be completely like transparent and blunt, like the people following me weren't following me for things I had to say. A lot of my followers were like men, you know, middle-aged men, which actually is kind of a good thing because that's a lot of the people who are buying real estate. But yeah, it's been an interesting kind of like curve into trying to bring in the real estate portion of it, but still like keeps it kind of like what my page is. I think I just kind of like planning throughout the next year to really start peppering in like a lot more real estate because that's obviously what my career is now.
A little bit about, some of the things that are happening in LA when it comes to the market.
It doesn't really seem like things are slowing down here. Like I'm sure you guys have been hearing, if you've been watching this, it means that you are probably interested in real estate. I'm sure you've been hearing that the inventory is low. But yeah, it's difficult right now.
So, Shelby, also in regards to, because personal branding is huge. A lot of
Mhm.
people in the real estate industry, they don't put so much effort on it. They focus only about the product, and they forget about themselves, which in reality, people want to do business with people they like. So you need to, what you said, showcase who you are and be able to transmit positive energy plus value through
Mhm.
either, your content, your conversations. So how do you focus on building that personal branding?
Um, well, I'm still trying to, like I said earlier, like work on it, so on the social media aspect of building my brand with real estate. But for people that know me, um, they know my brand is just fun. Like I want people to know that if they do go out with me and they do choose me to be their agent, we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be just a cool like experience. We'll drive around, we'll go get lunch, we'll go grab a drink after. Like, it's not
I
gonna be
love it.
boring and nobody wants to waste their day like being bored. So yeah, it's everybody that I've worked with so far that's been like feedback I've gotten is that it was just such a good time. And I am lucky to have Tracy also connected to me. So they know that it'll be fun. And then when it comes down to the negotiating, all of that, like I said, I am still a new agent. Tracy takes over on that right now. And so they get the best of both worlds.
I think you got the perfect formula right there because you
Yeah.
don't really need to change much because at the end of the day, people want to work with you because of who you are, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not rocket science
Yeah.
to look for the inventory on what houses are available, you know?
Hmm.
It's more about.
Hold on. There you go. Your audio. Yeah, your audio went out for a second. There you go.
No, I said that at the end of the day, it's all about making sure that you get both worlds, right? Like
Hmm.
the fun element of people wanting to work with you. So it's the whole experience, the 360 from looking for houses, checking the
Hmm.
houses, and then making an offer to then negotiate with your
Yeah.
experience and everything else to get them the best deal. And
I
that's where
feel
you
like
have.
people are like inherently good people, and they also, if they like you as a person, like some of the people I've had that have come to me have been because they just want to help me, right? Like they like what I'm doing, they see what I'm doing on Instagram, they think that like I have good energy, that like I'm fun, whatever. But they also want to like help me, and they know that them being my clients will like continue my career, which is a cool aspect to it too.
So, what will be a cool spot that you will take somebody for lunch?
Hmm. Well, it depends on where we're at.
Right.
I always like to go to the Henry or the Ivy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been there before?
The IVS.
Yeah,
Henry, no.
it's right across the street. We love a good little Nobu Malibu moment when we're in
Oh, yeah.
Malibu. But yeah, anywhere that is good vibes and has some good drinks.
I love it. So, another thing I wanted to ask you is about energy, right? You seem to be a very positive person, always super fun, and that's what people
Mhm.
really love. That's why they follow you, among other things, but also because they love that energy. And I think that's contagious. So, what do you do on a daily basis that keeps you so upbeat?
Well, I'm just really lucky to be surrounded here by really awesome people too. I think a lot of people can get lost in LA, or they unfortunately don't end up finding like their people here. And I've definitely been lucky enough to find like my squad. I have great friends here that are all doing cool things. And I think if you surround yourself with people that you want to be like, or, not even just career wise, but just like the energy that they give off to people, I think that's the big key. I just kind of also grew up like this. I've always been just a very outgoing person. I mean, of course, like everybody has their bad days or whatever, but I was just talking about this the other day with my friend who has a similar mindset as I do. And we were just talking about how we both just love life. And he's like, I just love you because like you love life like I do. And I'm like, dude, I do. He's like, it's great, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. And
I
sometimes I
love
just
it.
like literally in my head, like if I'm getting in a bad mood, I was doing this the other day. I was like walking my mailbox and I was just like, whatever. And I was like, life's good. And I just like, you like say it in like your head a few times. You're like, I'm chilling. Life's good. And then it like just makes me happy. And then I get happy again.
Mm. about being grateful for what we have.
I mean, I'm super grateful. I know there's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world right now, and that's another thing, right? You just kind of got to realize how blessed you are to be where you're at, with a roof over your head, good people around you. So yeah, I guess that's another thing that plays into it too.
100%. Now, if you will have to give one takeaway to the audience, for those that are trying to get themselves into the luxury space, whether that's real estate or something similar, what will be the first step?
My advice is to join a team. I think that is really important. I was telling my girlfriend, who we actually got our license at the same time. She went the other way. She was like, I'm just going to do it on my own. And then I went the way of joining a team. And I think that you learn a lot from the people around you. B, it's just more fun to be in like a setting with other people who are, going to help you and have the same goals as you. So I think that that's important. Obviously, join a team if you want to do luxury that is focusing on luxury. And then just network. Networking is such a big thing. When I had like a couple like crazy fun weekends, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay in the next like month. Like I'm going to stay in every weekend, work hard. First weekend I stayed in and I was like, wait, I'm not meeting people. Like that's like the whole point of this, right? Like, right. Because when I do go out, like it's really weird. And I'm sure that you feel the same, or if this happens to you, like people always want to talk real estate. You know what I mean?
It's a really common fun topic.
People always want to talk about it. And that's how I've made like so many different connections. And I'll just be like at a dinner and, someone I don't know is there. Just like, oh, like, yeah, we've actually been looking around for a house. And then you make that connection. And so definitely like networking is obviously key. And I would recommend that. And then joining a team are like two really important things.
Love it. No, great insight. Now, we always ask this question to all of our guests, and I'm very curious about your answer. Oh, What is luxury? What is luxury to you?
What is luxury?
Yeah.
Luxury to me is convenience.
Oh, wow.
Like anything that just makes life just like easier. So like, okay, take like a PJ, for example. I don't need a private plane to like post on Instagram and to show off and to whatever. I mean, yeah, it's fun to do. You have the champagne, all that cool stuff, but it's just because of the convenience of not having to go through security and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So just anything that makes my life more convenient, I would say is luxurious.
No, I love the answer. I mean, we've had so many people already, and I think it's the first time that I hear that, and I like it.
Really?
It's so true. Yeah, it's so true. No,
do you get what I'm saying, though?
100%.
I mean, like as far as houses go, you've got the blinds that with the button, they just like come up. Like that's convenient.
That's luxurious. That's luxurious. There you go. No, but thank you so much for all your answers and for all your insights. I think that you have such a great personality and amazing energy.
This is my first time I've done anything like this before, like real estate related. So it's been cool. And congratulations on your Forbes article, by the way. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't gotten able to click on it yet because the one you posted was all in Spanish. So I couldn't read it.
Yeah. Well, listen. Spanish, that's important, especially here in Miami. Even in LA, there's so many people that speak Spanish.
I took 5 years of Spanish, so like if I'm in Mexico and like I have a few drinks, I need to get my point across. Like you can understand me and I can understand you. But I would like to get back into it because I think that that's a really great thing with real estate too.
Muy bien. Well, listen, I really appreciate your time, Shelby. I know you have Tracy probably say like, come on, time to work. So
I think I'm going to go to some brokers' opens today and go check out some places in Brentwood.
Oh, wow. Phenomenal. Yeah. Well, we can't wait to see it on your Instagram. So for everybody that is watching or listening to this episode, please make sure to follow Shelby. She's amazing. And anything related to luxury real estate in LA or fashion, you need to follow her. So
I appreciate you having me too. It was really nice of you to reach out, and this was really fun. I'd love to do it again.
Well, we'll see each other here in Miami or in LA.
Hopefully yeah, you gotta let me know when you come out, or let me go on one of those cool trips that you're planning.
Sounds good. All right, Shelby.
All right, bye. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys.